That required a lot of resources to get some fresh recruits in and make them, well, worth something. But that'd be needed for day 48. The chested multiplier. What's so bad about that, you may ask? Well, it quadruples specific damage types, in this case pale and white, which would be a problem for at least two abnormalities. White Knight and the Parasite Tree, certainly. I need one thing. I'd need one with the White Knight's suit, just to survive that. As I wasn't sure if the suit of the Apocalypse Bird would be enough. And considering that I could see Tibref on top of a body, a pile of bodies of Tibref, along with silhouettes of, well, images of Chesed and... Wait, there was something missing. Oh yeah. According to my notes, Gebura would appear. And she wouldn't be a passive observer. In fact, she'd be quite violent. Although thankfully she didn't appear. At least not yet. But I knew she would eventually. But until then, all I could do was do some works that were, well, at least safe. Well, safe enough for the agents to survive. Deal with the ordeals that would appear, and then deal with her. As dealing with her would probably be a whole lot easier than all four fixers at once. Well, the claw would be a little easier, but not by much. And there'd be more time for planning with the red mist. Yeah, Gebura used to consider her work fun like the rabbit team. Not anymore. Since those days, she got quite grim. A perfect reflection of this world. as life in this world is grim. Although some would rather not think of it that way. They'd rather think of it in a way similar to some British comedy from the 1970s. To live in happy, blissful ignorance. To be honest, that makes me sick as well. In fact, it gets me in almost the same... Now you see what it's making me do. Putting me in a state of psychotic rage. Yeah, that's how bad it is. Right, where were we? Oh yeah. What happened on day 47? Oh wait, no. That was the previous day. It's day 48. Can't even get the days right. another work cycle, and the damage multiplier changed to pale and black, which was a little good because it meant that I could have those who could work on white damage works, and I just need to avoid black when possible. Unfortunately, I couldn't, so it was best to send some of the more veteran, or at least more protected agents, to deal with that one. Yeah, and I also needed to not work on White Knight that often, considering how much damage that one's causing. I mean, a divine destroyer with 666 written on it. Yeah, it goes to show it's not so simple as good versus evil anymore. Even though some would prefer to live in black and white. That's sadly not how this world works. Only in the imaginary constructs of shows dedicated for children. Well, more specifically, those who write them and make them. Yeah, even in this messed up world, there needs to be entertainment. And yeah, someone who was supposed to be dead is no longer dead. Yeah, and we know that a fix would appear, but which one of the three that would appear? Red, white, or black? Well, I'd find out after enough works were done. Yeah, not a good time for the black damage multiplier to be in effect. As for white damage, well, at least that's manageable. Yeah, decided it'd probably be best to go back and forth from that one. In between attacks. Although, based on what's ahead, I knew that that'd be more of a problem. Well, you'll find out on day 49, but let's focus on day 48 right now. Yeah, the Black Fixer was dealt with hit-and-run tactics. Although I had to launch everything I had against him. And I needed to deal with the grab-off meltdowns that appeared. With the Grave of Cherry Blossoms, that'd be problematic, considering that white damage was multiplied. So I had to deliberately see if I could get a good result with that. Spider Bud, not so bad. Void Dream, slightly worse. But possibly manageable. Yeah. From what my info here says, the other me had problems keeping them alive during day 49. Never mind on other days. And he was barely able to keep the casualties to a minimum. At least with the agents. He had no control over the clerks. Thankfully, one of them was alive. Well, still sane. Although, thankfully this day, white damage weapons could be used. Although I still had to get him back into position. Well, 2 words left by the other me probably accurately sums up what would happen on day 49. Expects pain. Yeah, that's what it said. Expects pain. yeah, I think it was a little late for that. Pain came in the form of white night. And then I realized I made a mistake with old lady. So I decided to send one with decent white damage resistance to withstand her loneliness. All that was left to do for the more immediate future was deal with the works that were safer to do so, and then see what the next work cycle brought me. The chest said multiplier was unchanged. And the white noon was approaching. Yeah, that would make things more difficult. Yeah, at this point I decided to take a gamble. Even though the dreaming current thankfully the gamble paid off. And she was durable enough to not go insane or die. Or go insane and then die. Although it was not by a huge margin. I decided not to take that chance again. At least not on this work cycle. Yeah. In these circumstances, it was wise to choose those that posed a lower risk. Well, I say lower risk. Because, well, with some of these abnormalities, there's always some risk, ain't there? Although thankfully this game, unlike a few casinos, aren't rigged. Yeah. The bright lights and the attractive prizes, they're all there to lure whoever's foolish or greedy enough to walk in. Unfortunately. Oh yeah. And also the drinks. They're also there to get you drunk enough to make yourself bankrupt. Thankfully, I don't care for any of that. And not just because I have enough problems in my life as it is. Certainly during the final days. Never mind now. At this point, I moved all my agents, except those I needed for the last few works before the next grab-off meltdown. To the elevator shaft near Distillery. Mostly because I knew that I'd need as many as possible in one place. Although not to begin with. It was for later. Oh, you'll find that out when I get to that point. Wow, that was poor timing. A combination of a red fixer, a white fixer, and a red mist appearing all at once. At that point I knew it'd be a good idea to use the rabbit team to deal with the red mist. As for the white... Did I say red mist? I meant the red fixer. It's not as if you could miss them. Yeah, I knew it'd be suicide for my agents to deal with them. Yeah, as I'd need the bullets for removing crooks from the path of the red mist. Yeah, she wouldn't stay in this. Yeah, I decided to deal with the red fixer first, with the rabbit team. As for the white fixer, I'd send my agents to deal with that one. As for the red mist, well, for now she wouldn't be going anywhere. It was when she was badly wounded enough, then she'd be going somewhere. But the fixers were a priority target, so couldn't really do much about that. Well, other than get rid of them, which I was doing with more than one method. Although I was thankful that no agents were killed during the Red Fixer suicide death beat. Yeah, I decided to have some stick around the upper layer, as I might need someone to reload on bullets. There is an error margin, but ain't a huge one. And I had no idea where that came from, that huge flash, but at least the chest had multiplier, for some reason, had shut down. Possibly because of the red mist appearing. And I suspected that I didn't want to do too many works. Otherwise the chesed multiplier could turn back on. After the fixers were taken care of, I decided that it was time to deal with the red mist. Preferably with those that could deal a lot of brain damage and take it. Because according to what I have here, she has multiple weapons. And each time she's damaged sufficiently, yeah, she switches them every 25% of her maximum damage capacity. According to this, phase 1, she has a mix of red and white damage. Yeah, and I needed to work on abnormalities anyway. Partly to keep the parasite tree from taking another. The old lady to not be lonely. And White Knight, well, we already know. why that one should be ignored for too long. Yeah, I'll go over the other phases as they happen. It was at this point I had the idea to send the one of the Apocalypse Birds series to bed. As there was no damage that, well, could heal. So I decided that could be a good thing to use. Well, it certainly couldn't hurt. Although the red mist is certainly capable of hurting my agents. Although I know enough to keep them away from those that matter. Certainly when it's looking like the HP or SP is getting too low for my liking. Some of these agents, they haven't lasted this long by fighting battles that they couldn't possibly hope to win in one sitting. Yeah, it was at this point during the first attack against the Red Mist where she received some damage. So I was formulating the plan. I was asking myself, should I use ranged combatants with cause more hit point damage, alternating between melee and ranged? Or should I keep it simple? I decided to keep it simple and send the Apocalypse Bird. And then I found out someone was being sent that I didn't want. Well, I decided to play it safe and do a mix of both. And I thought it was a good time to lure them away from one side. Yeah, lure her away from one side so the other side could cause some actual damage. As for works, I didn't want works that were, how can I put it, too lengthy. how long it takes to do. Yeah, there's also something about Gold Rush. The Jet multiplier was gone, but the red mist arrived. And although weakened compared to what she otherwise would be, she'd proved to be a tough opponent to deal with.